I recently quit my prestigious MBB management consulting job, and here's what the people need to know about the so-called steep learning curve in the first 2 to 3 years as a consultant. Consulting haters might get mad at me for this, but I still think consulting is an excellent first job for fresh grads who don't know what they want to do long term, are down to figure it out through experiencing a very steep learning curve, and want a really strong general business toolkit. But there is a big caveat slash pain point that I'll get into later in this video. If we haven't met already, hi, my name is Yasi. I recently quit my consulting job, and I'm starting this 10-part series called Spilling the Consulting Tea, where I basically share everything about the industry, about my learnings, and how I strategized my eventual exit. Whether you're trying to get into consulting or get out, I hope I can keep you informed and spark some candid conversations. First of all, the reason I would 100% agree that consulting is a great way to learn things fast is because you objectively are putting in so many hours and getting such rapid exposure to different working styles, different industries, and different types of projects that you cannot help but absorb information. As a result of that, after your first 2 to 3 years, compared to your peers who work in other less intense industries, your top-down communication skills, executive presence, time management skills, etc., will all be a little bit stronger. And mind you, I'm not even touching on the day-to-day execution stuff, building really quick slide decks, Excel models, executing very quick turnarounds after important meetings. One of the things I actually appreciated the most about my consulting firm is they had a clear rubric for every role and what we should be prioritizing in our development every year. That really helped me clearly articulate my strengths and pinpoint areas that I wanted to continue working on. The huge caveat and downside is because you're being exposed to so many different types of work, you are very seldom building substantial content or industry expertise. When I looked at the more senior folks like leadership on our project teams, the people who are down to get in the weeds, in the details, and sometimes even get technical with our clients seem to command more respect. In contrast, when consulting is the only job you've ever had, there is no escaping the fact that you have not done actual hands-on keyboard work in the area that you are advising your client on. And some people might think that is totally fine. You don't have to have done that exact job to know how that job should be done, which I do agree with to an extent. But TLDR, 2 to 3 years in, I felt I had reached the peak of my learning speed and started to crave true expertise. In the next video, I'll talk about why that can be hard to do as a consultant depending on what you're interested in. I'll see you next time.